Good morning, guys. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm coming at you with the next excerpt of my first novel in a series, The Black and White Odyssey of Eden. Here we go. Always veiled in slang and simple sentences. The young woman began to blush so uncontrollably that it was a surprise to Alan that she didn't begin oozing blood from her nose. She was oblivious to his utter lack of attachment to this situation, beyond anything but a physical desire. It was odd to him. Despite garnering sideways glances from many girls during class, or as he walked through the common quadrangles in between the various academic buildings, it wasn't until now that he finally decided to act. He had yet to be kissed, had yet to consummate any potential relationship. He did not know why he decided to change that tune now. Perhaps it was because this young woman, in her naivete, stimulated the conversation first. He walked up to her slowly, with a haughty confidence fitting only to a professional athlete or an important executive. Her arms squeezed closer to her torso, becoming taut with timidity. Her legs began to buckle at the knees as her eyes followed her every self-assured step of his march towards her. Save for a couple young men kicking a soccer ball in the field beyond the asphalt of the basketball courts, they were alone behind the school. "Want to get out of here with me?" he said to her. Her shoulders drooped forward as she gazed, infatuated back into his brown eyes. She was possessed by his stature as a human being, powerless to his allure. "Sure," she said in a dreamy tone. It was only 2 hours before both their clothes were off, as they wrestled each other's bodies in the back seat of Alan's sedan. He had pulled up to an empty lot next to a road that bisected a large swath of open prairie, the golden grass swaying gaily in the afternoon breeze as the sun splashed countless hues of orange, yellow, and red in the sky beyond the forested horizon. There was no chance anyone would drive out here. Alan caressed the young woman's hips, her curves pulsating to the rhythm of his body. His disconnection to anything other than his bodily desires made his lack of experience an enigma to anyone other than himself. She bowed her head forward, her long brown hair lazily draping over Alan's face, tickling every inch of his skin. Their pace quickened as the young woman's flawless skin rubbed against his. Alan's skills came naturally, knowing precisely when and how to match her every move. She let out a passionate moan as he bit into her breast tenderly. Her body peaked in ecstasy as goose pimples began welling up to embrace the full extent of the sensation of Alan's erotic touch. He matched her wail with a powerful grunt of his own, absent of any intelligible words, only raw desire. The pace quickened further, their breathing becoming faster, their bodies entirely in sync. With every thrust, they were both letting out desperate moans of pleasure. Moments later, the young woman's body let out a shudder, followed by erratic pulsating movements atop Alan. Alan followed as every muscle in his neck tightened. His eyes closed tightly, his teeth latched together. Moments later, the young woman's body lay limp atop Alan, her arms encircling his neck as their lips met one another. Eyes still closed as they continued to absorb the residue of the euphoria. Alan wrapped his arms around her back tightly, her scent permeating his very being. It was drunken gluttonously by his pores. They had laid there in the back seat of his sedan for the better part of a half hour, Alan's arms still tightly wrapped around her body, their legs intertwined up against the door. Alan did not even know her name. Alright, that's it for this section, guys. I'll come at you with the next one tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.